This is what climate change deniers think of the studies which say that 97% of climate scientists believe that global warming is happening and that it is caused by humans.
Now, I had Michael Mann, Dr. Michael Mann from Penn State. He's one of the most respected climate scientists in the world. He laid out the case for climate change. He laid out the 97% of scientists in this field that believe that man-made climate change is real. So, all right, I let him on for an hour and laid it out. So I'll give you 2 minutes to debunk it. Go.
Well, listen, I'm not going to debunk climate change, but the 97% is bullshit. If you look at the questionnaire, basically, if you didn't believe in climate change, you were not included in the sample study.
There are several studies that came up with a figure of around 97%. Not all of the studies of the scientific consensus look at the opinions of scientists who study the climate. One study searched the ISI Web of Science for papers published from 1991 to 2011 using topic searches for global warming or global climate change. Of the papers that showed results one way or the other on the question of whether humans are causing global warming, 97.1% corroborated the assertion that we are. This was not a questionnaire asking scientists' opinions, it was a survey of the published peer-reviewed findings.
This is taken from 2 examples. People can look it up. We've written about it on the website. There is a petition out there. Now, again, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to talk from the point of view of a scientist, but I will talk from the point of view of consensus. Little known fact, science isn't governed by consensus, it's governed by what's right. But if we're going to use the consensus argument, there's a petition out there with over 30,000 registered scientists, several thousand atmospheric scientists, which means that right away you're in double-digit percentage points of the qualified atmospheric scientists proactively going out of their way to sign a pledge saying we don't believe in either man-made climate change or that man-made climate change will have the catastrophic results that these people are pushing.
The petition Crowder is probably referring to is the OISM petition. First of all, a petition is going to have a huge self-selection bias. Secondly, he says that thousands of registered scientists signed this thing, but the only qualification you need in order to get your name on it is a bachelor's degree in science. It says signatories are approved for inclusion in the petition project list if they have obtained formal educational degrees at the level of Bachelor of Science or higher in appropriate scientific fields. You don't have to be doing active research on the question of whether the climate is changing or what is causing it. You don't have to be an expert in climate science specifically. You don't even have to be working on any scientific research at all. One of the scientific fields the petition considered appropriate was computer science. If you got a bachelor's in computer science but have been working as a web designer for browsers ever since you graduated, then the people circulating this petition consider you to be a scientist whose opinion on climate change should be taken seriously. The OISM says that signatories included 3,805 people with backgrounds in atmospheric, environmental, and earth sciences, but only 39 of them had backgrounds in climatology. This is not double-digit percentage points of the qualified atmospheric scientists. Crowder pulled that out of his ass. But even if it were double-digit percentage points, that could be as low as 10%, which obviously isn't consensus like Crowder says it is.